So, just as I promised, I got a new camera. Well, I'm not really proud. So, 2 days ago I trashed the camera, so I ordered one and now this one got to me. How stupid is this? You know? Like, it's like this now is the 6th camera. I trashed 5 cameras since last October. I really did so. Yeah. So I need to tell you about yesterday. So, I had a ticket. Early in the morning, I went to Zurich. So I met some pastor there. We talked. Then I was planning to well, that was the day before yesterday. I'm sorry. I'm mistaken. So then I planned to visit a nearby city, which is like not really nearby in Swiss terms, but in international terms it is, because it's like maybe 80 kilometers away from that financial capital. So this is the day we had today. Tomorrow, the street parade, and even today, and the day after tomorrow will take place right there. So I was there and I bought this and that, just the things that I really think I need, which would be ginger juice and aloe vera juice and stuff like that. Yeah, it was yesterday. So then, when I had bought the fermented drink I like so much, and I had a look at the lake, so I thought, let's go by boat. So I crossed that whole lake in 2 hours. So I came by a little island right there, which I will go to tomorrow again, because I can go, why do I have to go to the financial capital and stay there all the time in that noise with those people and all? I will just hitchhike to the financial capital, see the street parade, then in the evening or even in the afternoon go to that little island and there be with my rubber floating thingy, and then I will go back to the city to experience a party at night or in the evening, because there is a cultural place which is sort of alternative, always has been, and nearby you can always be sure you're gonna meet some nice people. So tomorrow it's Saturday, so I can do that, and then even day after tomorrow I can just stay wherever I want and then come back for Monday, because then a baseball club gets delivered to me. So now you wonder, why would I have a baseball club sent to me? I ordered 2 of them so that I can choose which one I'm gonna use for my video. So a small baseball club gets used to hit people and not really to do sports. So when I was getting back from the financial capital yesterday, I went all over that lake I told you, and then I went let's not go and visit that monk again. Just maybe let's write something, because I was eating so much yesterday, because I was fasting the days before. So I was yeah, let's enjoy the ice creams and I forgot to buy falafel. So now I'm going to the nearby village, and I will just buy a bit of mozzarella and a bit of bread and this and that until 8 o'clock. The shops are open, the ones that I need. And then I'm hoping to see that one with that baseball club that had some troubles yesterday, because when I had decided, yeah, I've seen that little island on that lake and I will want to return, but not with all like the lamp I had on me and the stuffs I need to do the everything with in the future. Like once my dried leaves are ready and I'm able to actually fabricate stuffs with them. The laminating machine has arrived today, and yesterday I bought silver metal rings so that I can put those plastics with those leaves, you know, the laminated leaves together. And yeah, so I need to do some thinking now. It's got to be a construction, not to do like a wallet. You know, I want to do something that women can carry with them when they go for parties, so they have their bullshit in there, just a few things. Okay, so that one, that little thing, a passport has to fit in there too. That one I need to construct with chains basically, because if I have a chain going like a grid around a kind of a imaginary purse, let's say, then I can put those laminated foils in between with the rings that I have bought. So that's what I was doing yesterday. I was standing in that shop and I had like at the beginning real big kind of metal rings that would have to be pressed through a hole and then really stamped so that they would be fixated. And then that one is a technique with rings, then you can put these things together. So like two things you can then join with a ring. So I didn't find those rings, so I bought a chain. Now I'm going to destroy a chain to get to the size of ring that I need. I wanted to do it with those things that people in offices, they just stick kind of, but it's not that boss stitch. They use stuff, you know, it's like something to put paper together so that these papers would always be kind of, you know, not lost, so that they are like, you can still take them apart. It's not a boss stitch. So with these I wanted to do those rings at the beginning, but then the vendor went like, yeah, and you want to do every ring yourself? And I went like, oh no. And they didn't sell. There was like a jewelry fraction in that shop, and in that jewelry fraction the rings would be so feeble, and you don't really want to work with those because you would, like every other one, you would destroy. Okay, so then in the other section where it was like the construction section to do, you know, stuff at home, the rings were too heavily, they were too bold. So these were just the two extremes that I met yesterday. Minkia. So then I figured if I take the chain and if I destroy it, yes, the ring size is perfect. And I'm not like destroying the rings. It's like I'm with a tong, I'm sort of parting where they part anyhow. And then by that I have perfect. So with that one I need to do a grid. So that one, it was all yesterday. So with all that in my backpack, I was like a lamp. I bought a lamp to have some cozy feeling at home, so that I can have, you know, before I go and live on a boat, so that I can like go home and sit on a chair at a table and then put on a light at night and write something there to enjoy things that just are so enjoyable. Because when I'm on my own and I have like this possibility to be in the quiet and to write and to think and stuff, I just feel so wow. And I want to have that, and not just being on my carpet and like a gypsy, because I can do that later on forever. on my desolated island, I can be a gypsy sitting on the floor, eating on the floor, doing it all on the floor, just as long as I wish. So I decided, let's leave this nice lake, and I didn't go there today, which is a shame because I felt I'm too white still. I need to get some brown skin before I actually do something like this. So yesterday I decided, now the really interesting bit starts, I decided to return back home. So I was in a train and I was getting annoyed about the people getting in, so I moved into the toilet. So in the toilet I was removing the hair between my eyebrows, and I was like in there for 20 minutes, and someone was like really pounding on the door and went like, and this is not the important part. The interesting part starts like half an hour later when I was like really, aggravated. So he pounds at that door, and station after station I get to know him better, and I kind of know now that he's a user of drugs and he needs the toilet to intake drugs and not for peeing or anything else. So then I was in the toilet, there was a station, I heard the train stop and open the doors. So I got out and I got an ice cream, and then I just hitchhiked to the nearest city, which is the city I'm always talking about. Like when I go to the village, I go to the valley is the village down there, and then there is a city. So that's the city. So there at the station, I was like drinking a coffee again and having ice cream and stuff. And then two people were fighting, and I was just so bored, and I had to wait like another quarter of an hour now to get back home. So then I was just like, seeing that there was two people, and then I just walked between them, and then I was parting them not to hit each other, and I was wearing my backpack. And then there was like some purse of mine, a plastic bag falling out of the backpack. And so I put down my backpack, and the others were still like two different kind of people fighting each other. One of them was a drug user, and he was totally loaded. And he was like, walking up to the other one, which was way stronger. And he was like spitting at him. So the other one was so angry. And I knew that the other one being angry could have killed that drug user. So I just parted them, both arms aside. And I was like, the police will arrive soon. Why don't you just go home? But that was the mistake. I should have asked the one that got spit at, do you want to make something about it at the police? If not, just leave, And because that one, the other, is just no real fighting partner for you. Forget about that drug user. And the drug user, he was always spitting, and he needed like, Papa, police. Like being bored about his own life, no one telling him what to do and stuff. So from time to time he creates trouble so that Father Police, would come up and kind of sort out his day. So to that one I wouldn't have wished now to have said something. But the other one, but then there was a baseball club lying around when I left. When the police arrived, they were like separating those two, and they were quiet immediately, and that's what the drug user needed. So he was quiet, and then I asked one of them, is this your glasses? And the other one, is this your hat? And they both kind of took what belongs to them, and then on the floor, the baseball club, I took into my backpack, and then I went. And then at the station, I decided to put it down and then go back and buy something. And then another, 5 minutes later, I had to leave. So right now, if I get to that village, city,